It was a lot easier for me, honestly. I mean, I mean, literally, just the last, oh my God, 4 months has been crazy in my life, you know. And he thought I was partying and all that, but fortunately, I was training really, really hard for this fight because I didn't have a moment to stop. You know, I got married, did all that, but yeah, man, I'm gonna take some time to myself now and go on a honeymoon with my wife and treat her.
And I know you want to enjoy this moment, you deserve to, but of course, with champs, we always look to what's next. If Fabricio thought with a win he deserved to fight you again, you've got Cain Velasquez who said, he looked great at 200, he'd like to fight you. What do you think should come next? And knowing that you want to take some time off, do you at least have a time frame when you'd like to come back?
No, listen, whether I want me to fight, I'm going to fight, but I need a little time to myself. Everyone else gets all these year and a half. I mean, I just want a few months. I didn't take any time off, which is fine, but right now, I don't care what they put in front of me. I'm going to stay champ for a long time. Like I said, I'm being still for a long time.
Stipe, over to your left. Congrats on the win, of course.
Thanks, brother.
Obviously, the crowd was crazy tonight. How much of that did you hear on the way out? And did you have to block it out? Did you soak it in? Because, I mean, this felt like, a really crazy crowd tonight.
Because the people are crazy. That's why I live here. That's how we do it. We don't mess around. Wait till next week and go tailgate at the Browns game. You're going to see a lot more fights. I'm not going to be in one of them, but, watch them. That's how we do it, man. Like I said, I'd rather fight Brazil, man, because that was just, I got a little emotional in my head for a split second, it was badass, and then people were, just trying to mentally keep them out, but I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.
Stipe, so you get knocked down and he's got you in a headlock. What were you thinking at that moment? And he had claimed that you had possibly tapped out, and can you just comment on that? And
I don't know. I tapped out. I have 2 hands on his hands.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but I mean, well, he's also not feeling too good right now. So, I mean,
were you worried at that moment?
No, honestly, I mean, it sucked. Like, no, listen, that's terrible. He could really hurt me. He threw out harder than I thought. He kicked out harder than I thought. That was my own fault. But I knew everything was coming. Listen, I trained for these situations. He hit me put on my ass. I felt fine. Got me in the front headlock, and I just kept screwing my right. And he popped out. He didn't like it, and then he gave me the opportunity to grab his leg. He fell on the ground, and then when I got on top of him, game over.
Stipe, you were kind of chasing him a little bit there. He was kind of resetting, moving away. Was there any frustration at all? Because you did have to kind of go after him a few times. I mean, you literally kind of ran after him. Was there any frustration in that moment of that particular game plan, or in his style of how he approached this fight?
No, I mean, I knew exactly what he was doing, but he was slowing down. I started catching him, and I knew eventually I was going to get him, and fortunately he got too close. I got that takedown, and that's all she wrote.
It's probably impossible to kind of quantize this, but I'm going to ask you anyways. What was the better feeling, winning the title in Brazil or feeling what you felt tonight in front of your hometown crowd?
OHIO, baby. That's all I'm going to say.
Stipe, you had talked leading up to this fight continuously that, you didn't, fighting in Cleveland, you were not going to let that affect you. But now after the fact, how did you handle the emotions? Was it difficult going through all that?
I mean, right when it started, yeah, because I knew I was going to be Ticketmaster for about 2 months, and I was trying to get tickets. So my wife took care of that, and she pretty much shut down everyone that came in, so thank God, that's why I love her. But yeah, I mean, it was tough, just people just trying to figure out where I was staying, this and that, wanted appearances and stuff, and, it is what it is, man, but I'd love to hear. I mean, I would love to fight here again, now it won't be as bad, I'll be more, I think I'm definitely nervous, like every fight, you should be nervous for a fight, but just living life, man, love it, man. Listen, like I said, I'm keeping this belt for a long time. The guy right there, a good-looking man with the crazy shoes, probably. You got that? Thank you. Right?
I'm just wondering if you heard what he said in the cage about the tap, and do you feel like that was, I don't know, for lack of a better word, unsportsmanlike to try to make an excuse, try to take your moment right after you won? Clearly, it seems like he did not tap.
Oh, yeah, I did. Thank you. Thank you for having my back for a change. It's nice. I'm just joking. Give me a hard time. No, yeah. Listen, man. I remember I was in the back getting signed my check and all that good stuff, and I heard boos, and I asked him what they were booing about because I knew he was talking, and they told me that he said I tapped out, and I don't remember tapping out. I just remember punching him in the face repeatedly until he was unconscious.
And just to be clear, if they do come to you and say, because I don't know if you heard, $2.6 million gate, sell out, I mean, this was a huge night.
That's how we do in Cleveland.
So if they come to you and say, look, we want to do Kane versus you here in Cleveland, would you really say no to that?
No, I want to say no. I mean,
Well, you said you'd rather...
I'd rather fight, of course, but I mean, listen, I'm not going to pick and choose who I fight and where I'm going to fight. If you tell me I'm going to fight in Saturday, I'll fight in Saturday, and I really don't care. I mean, wherever you want me to fight, I'm going to fight. I mean, I'm the heavyweight champ of the world.
Right.
That's the reason. I'll fight anyone, anywhere. I fought in front of 45,000 Brazilian people. And I fought in front of, how many people here tonight? 18,000 people, it was 19,000 people, all for me. I'll do whatever they want me to do it.
And just curious, given how proud you are of being from here and being humble, working class, when he was saying things like you've changed, you're partying, and your clothes have changed, did that dig? Was that?
Did he come off the plane in like a fur coat or something? I don't know, didn't he? I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm wearing a black t-shirt. I don't know how I've changed.
No, but did that bother you a little more? Like,
no, I mean, whatever he wants to think, man. Listen, you don't know how hard I'm training. Like this summer was probably the hottest summer ever I've ever been in Cleveland. The humidity and the heat was probably 90 degrees every day for probably a month and a half straight. And I trained, did six rounds in a row, 5-minute rounds, nonstop, because I knew what the end result was going to be. So he can sit there and say I was partying, but yeah, when I was partying, guess what? I was also training. I could have a few cocktails. I'm a big boy.
And one last quick one. I know you were preparing, but did you happen to catch a glimpse of the madness in the co-main event? And Verdum was saying something to you after when John was interviewing you. What's your take on everything that's happened afterwards with Verdum?
No, I mean, you know, Verdum said, hey, you should fight me next. I said, okay, you know, whatever you want me to do, you know. He's a nice guy. But I just heard a little bit about it. The one coach said something, he push kicked him. So, I mean, it's a good push kick. I felt it before. So I felt bad for that coach, but, I mean, he probably said something he shouldn't have said. Maybe be classy about it, but...
Stipe, when you jumped out of the ring in Brazil, and then you jump on top of the ring and you start doing your OH, is that something you think about? Did you think about
that one I didn't think about. I did think about that one.
The OH?
Yep, that's all I think about.
When did you think about that? Today?
Yeah, the minute they announced the fight, I was like, what's something cool out there now? Just do that. It would be fun to do. And that was it. You know, I was like, that'd be fun. And look at it. They had 19,000 people going IO. They didn't do it at the end because they were screaming, but it was fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jan.